Hi, this is James Frey with Alberta Health Services for Health Matters. Today we're talking to Diane Britton. She's a registered dietitian, and we're going to talk about preparing healthy meals. Now, Diane, what are some things that people need to do in terms of starting healthy meals?
Right, well, this year's Nutrition Month campaign is Inspiring Healthy Meals, and one of the best ways to get started is to do some meal planning. So you can visit our website. It's www.healthyeatingstartshere.ca, and you can go to the Choose and Prepare Healthy Foods and go down there and just choose the weekly menu planner. And the weekly menu planner is just a way to guide planning for the week. So ideally we want to have 3 to 4 food groups in every meal and 1 to 2 food groups in every snack. And if you're doing that, you're going to be eating more of a balanced diet. So once you get that menu plan started, you can make a grocery list. And really, the whole idea is to have all the ingredients you need on hand for the week. So when you get ready to start cooking, you've got everything you need. So our menu planner actually has the grocery list ready there alongside of the menu planner and some tips to help guide you through the process.
Mm-hmm. So with something like that, prep time is obviously very important, correct?
Yeah, people are busy, and so healthy meals can be really quick to prepare. So I just thought of some time-saving techniques. So one thing you can do is just buy some healthy pre-packaged foods. So that'd be things like pre-washed and pre-cut up salads or spinach, broccoli, or carrots. You can also buy canned legumes. So that's going to save you the cooking time. So the thing with canned legumes is that it's going to have a lot of salt there. So you can just throw them into a colander and rinse them off, and you get rid of a lot of the sodium that way. You can also cook in bulk, and that's one of the best ways, because then you can have leftovers for another meal, which you can freeze for the future, or you can have it for lunch the next day. And you can also prepare meat in bulk and freeze it in meal-sized portions. And so that's one of my favorite things to do, is just cook a whole bunch of chicken breasts, you slice it up, and you freeze it in meal-sized portions. And then when you come home from work, you don't have very much time, but that meat's already cooked. You can throw it into a casserole or into a spaghetti sauce, that type of thing. Really fast and easy. Probably my favorite time saver technique, though, is to maximize your time in the kitchen by cooking more than one meal at a time. So let's say, for example, tonight is spaghetti and salad. So on the back burners, we have the spaghetti sauce and the pasta cooking away, but we still have 2 burners available. So on one burner, we could cook a whole bunch of oatmeal and maybe freeze that for breakfasts coming up in the future. Another burner, we could maybe cook a bunch of rice or couscous for another meal for tomorrow, because those ones take a little bit longer to cook, and so if we have them ready for tomorrow, that makes it faster. And then when we're making our salad, we can cut up extra vegetables for lunch the next day. So we're always making more than sort of one meal at a time. Mm-hmm. And then you can use frozen vegetables. Frozen vegetables are a nice, easy way to add to any meal. And remember your time-saving tools. So things like pressure cookers, convection ovens, slow cookers. Once you learn how to use these tools, they'll save you a lot of time in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Now, what about cost? I mean, obviously people are budget conscious these days, right?
Yeah, so healthy meals can definitely be inexpensive. So again, just another couple of tricks. So typically, you have to kind of choose. If you're looking to save some time, those things can maybe cost a little bit more. But if you're looking to save some money, those might take a little bit more time. So it kind of depends what your priorities are. But some money-saving things are to, again, instead of using the canned legumes, you're going to use the dried beans, because then you have to do the cooking time, but it's going to save you a lot of money. You can also substitute half of the meat for meat substitutes like beans or tofu into your recipes. That's going to bring your cost down. And you can purchase things unprocessed, so things like whole carrots or whole stems of broccoli instead of having it cut up. And even things like regular oatmeal instead of instant oatmeal. All those things are going to save you a lot of money because you're doing a lot of the work and the processors aren't. And then buying fruits and vegetables in season. So that's going to really save you a lot of time. And if you're not sure, just ask your local produce person at the store, because they'll know what's a good price at this time. But things like asparagus and grapes, they can get really pricey when they're out of season.
Mm-hmm. And certainly checking out farmers markets are also.
Yeah, absolutely. Checking local for sure. And that's going to be definitely what's in season.
Mm-hmm. Now, what are some tips, like last minute tips that people can think of that you haven't already mentioned?
Well, one of the things I like to tell my clients is when you look at what you usually eat, what's one thing you could do to make that meal healthier? So for example, could you wash the canned vegetables before you put them into the soup, and that's going to bring your sodium down? Or could you substitute half of the meat for some beans and throw extra beans into the casserole or into the soup? But one of my favorite things is just add fruit or vegetable to every single meal and snack. So for example, in the morning time, you could add some canned pumpkin to your oatmeal, a little dash of cinnamon. It's like having pumpkin pie for breakfast. Or just as simple as adding carrot sticks to lunch and some frozen vegetables to your soup at supper. Mm-hmm. But the big thing is little changes in a meal can actually make a big difference in your nutrition.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you very much, Diane. This has been some good information. This is James Frey with Alberta Health Services for Health Matters. See you next time.